The roar faded, but the vibration stayed running through the ground like the pulse of something vast, and alive. The soldier scanned the horizon, his finger twitching on the trigger. Even though the gun felt useless now, the scientist was already moving toward the remains of the spire, digging through the rubble with bare hands, her voice urgent. There has to be something left, a shard, a fragment of the sphere, anything. The treasure hunter just stood there staring at the sky, as if listening to something. No one else could hear. The clouds on the horizon were shifting, swirling into a slow spiral, golden light spilling from the center. The wind picked up, carrying with it a smell that was not salt or smoke, but something ancient and dry like air from a sealed tomb. The soldier shouted they needed to leave, but the ground ahead of them split open without warning, a fissure tearing through the street, widening until whole buildings tilted and fell into the darkness below. From the shadows rose a hand, too large to belong to anything human, its fingers long and jointed like a predator's claw, but covered in stone, as if carved from the earth itself. It gripped the edge of the fissure, pulling up a head crowned with jagged rock, its eyes twin burning coals fixed directly on the treasure hunter. The whisper returned louder than ever. You broke the chain, now you wear it. The treasure hunter dropped to his knees, clutching his head, blood running from his nose. The scientist grabbed him, but the voice came through her, too deep and vibrating in her bones. There is no crown without the king. The massive figure climbed fully into the open, its body a mountain of stone and sinew towering above even the tallest ruins behind it. The golden spiral in the clouds widened until something else began to descend through it, a shape so large it blotted out the light, wings like torn sails trailing mist. The roar came again, this time so close it shattered glass for blocks. The soldier screamed for them to move, but the treasure hunter rose, his expression calm, almost peaceful, and began walking toward the stone giant. As the sky split open and the winged shadow fell, the last thing the scientist saw before the golden light swallowed everything was the treasure hunter reaching out his hand, and the giant lowering its head as if greeting in air, and then there was only silence. The silence of the dying earth deepens, but in the ashes of despair whispers of resistance grow. The group that carries the last seed hides in shadows, hunted by governments and corporations that see the seed as the ultimate weapon. Oxygen levels continue to fall, billions gasp for breath, the skies bleed red, and storms rage across continents. The underground cities, once a place of safety, are collapsing, their oxygen machines breaking down, releasing fire and poison into the air. People rush to escape, only to find the surface worse than the underground. In this chaos, rumors spread that another hidden vault exists somewhere in the forbidden zone, containing not just one but thousands of seeds guarded by something unknown. Desperate survivors set out to find it, crossing deserts of ash, oceans of dust, and cities of ruins. They face storms that peel skin from bone and machines that attack anything moving. The journey is endless, filled with death and betrayal as some sell their companions for oxygen tanks while others lose their minds breathing poisoned air. The group with the last seed pushes forward, knowing that if they fail, humanity has no future. Children collapse on the way, their lungs too weak to survive the poisoned winds. Every step is soaked in despair, yet they continue because the memory of green pushes them onward. In the heart of the forbidden zone, they discover the truth, an ancient facility built by those who knew the world was dying, a vault containing life but guarded by machines. Twisted by time, the machines see humans as the enemy, blaming them for the destruction of trees, and they strike with merciless fury. Battles erupt in shadows as sparks fly, blood spills, and hope flickers, but the group presses deeper. Finally they find them, thousands of seeds glowing with life in sealed chambers like stars waiting to be reborn. Yet as they reach out, alarms roar across the ruins. The machines awaken, the facility begins to collapse. Time runs out. They must decide whether to escape with the last seed they carried or risk everything to save the thousands hidden here. Betrayal rises among them. Some want power, others want survival. The vault shakes, firestorms rage outside. The last breaths of humanity echo across the earth, and the world hangs between rebirth and eternal silence. The choice is near, the air is almost gone. The screams of the dying fill the horizon. The final war for survival begins.